Okay, it looks like I have somebody here. This is my first time doing this, so bear with me. If you can, put it in the chat who's here, just so I can thank you for being here, and we can just go ahead and get started. It looks like there's just one right now, and it'll just be us until somebody else joins in. I think maybe that one that it's showing is just me for now. It was a very last minute decision to do the live stream, so I don't think I gave everyone adequate time to plan for this, being noon on a weekday. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to step away for a minute and I'll be right back. Hey Robin, I am so glad you're here. It's just the two of us for right now. So I will, I guess, just go ahead and get started. I think I gave everybody adequate notice with it being a weekday, and I very last minute decided to do this live. It turned out I didn't have time to record something because I had some appointments to come up yesterday and the day before, and that interfered with me being able to have a video ready in time. Oh wow, a lot more people joined in, so I'm so glad everybody's here. So first off, I think Jeanette and Robin. Hey Jeanette, I just sent you an email this morning. So that's so far just Jeanette and Robin's showing up in the comments so far, but thank you to everybody who's here. You probably already know if you're interested in buying anything, just contact me, skeeterjonesthings at Gmail, and we will work it out there. And I don't know how to add a description to a live before it gets going, so after the live is over, I'll have my full shipping policy put in the description of the video, so you can check it out there. But basically I just ship once a month at the end of the month, and it just helps the buyers save some money on shipping. But if you want your things before the end of the month, which it kind of negates for June right now, but if you buy things later this week and then into July, you don't have to wait until the end of July if you don't want to. It just saves some more money if you don't mind waiting a little bit just to pay one shipping for the whole month for everything you buy. So that's how all of that works, and I'll have it laid out in more detail once I'm able to add a description to this video, like after we're done. Let's see, I think that is about it. Oh, I am expecting a delivery today. My blue box, I was able to get a blue box last week, and it's out for delivery. So you might hear the dogs freaking out, and that'll be my alert that FedEx is here. So I'll have to step away and go out and get that box, but then I'll come right back if that even happens during the video. So I think that is everything. Oh, and there are other people here. So you might hear a few kitchen sounds or people walking around or whatever. But that's it. That's the first things first that I wanted to get out of the way. And then now we'll just jump in. And the first thing I'm going to show you is a thrift haul that I got yesterday. There was a thrift store nearby one of my appointments. So I went in there just to see what I could find. And really, it was the thrift store where I usually do the surprises at the thrift store. Well, they'll have these astronomically weird prices on things, and but it turned out they actually had some good prices on some things, and it looked like they didn't really know what they had for a couple of things because it's artisan sterling, and a lot of times that's not going to be stamped. So that's when it pays off to really kind of know when you're out in the wild, just things and signs to look for. So I picked those up. I tested them when I got home, and they were sterling. So those are good, and I got really good deals on those. And I was able to score. Let's see, where is it? A jewelry jar. I didn't think they were available anywhere in the state of Alabama, but I found one actually yesterday at an antique store. So that's it. See, no more comments coming in yet, but there's still a few people here. So we'll just get going first with the thrift haul. And very first off, these are not for sale. Let's see where, oh, there it is. These are not for sale unless somebody really, really, really wants them. This is just some bracelets that I got. I'm going to harvest the rhinestones out of those for crafting. And they're just stretchy rhinestone bracelets, just purple and green. And of course, you see the fleur-de-lis. That makes you think of Mardi Gras, which is too late for Mardi Gras now, of course. But this looked sterling to me, and I tested it when I got home. And it is. This chain is not. But I'm going to save this, I think, for a craft project, and definitely going to harvest these rhinestones for some craft projects as well. And maybe even use them together, since those colors with the fleur-de-lis, of course, all go together for Mardi Gras. But if you're interested in those, just email me, and then we'll talk about that. But otherwise, those are going to be supplies for craft projects. Now, next, this is the artisan, or the first artisan piece, and it looks artisan, that they just didn't know what they had. This is a substantial, heavy amount of sterling right here. It's a little cross, and you can see where it's soldered together on the back. And this is copper wire, I guess, around it. And maybe this is supposed to be like a halo, I guess, and then a hanging loop at the top. But this is glass all the way around. Let me turn on the Gemini, but I already know that this is glass. And then I tested all of this heavy sterling. I should have brought, or I tested all this heavy, this metal work around it, and it is sterling. I should bring my scale over here and weigh this for you. It's about 3 inches high by about 2.5 inches across, with little purple glass in between. So this, because of the huge amount of sterling in there, this I am going to offer up today for $15, but I'm going to list it, if it doesn't sell here, for $30. So let me go ahead and put that in. Okay, and also first come, first serve on those. A lot of times, I haven't done this before, but I've been in other people's buy it now sales, And apparently sometimes the audience can see their comments in a different order than what I see them. So the first one that pops up on my side will be the one who gets, any of the pieces that are offered up here. So this one is going to be number 1 for 15. And hopefully live I don't end up double numbering. Oh, that's going to be backwards for everybody. But there we go. I don't know if there's a way to make it not backwards. And we'll give it a minute or two. So if you're here and you don't mind piping up in the chat, I would love to know who all's here. So I can, I won't call you out. Well, I guess you'll be called out either way because your ID will pop up in the comments. So I'm really, really new at this. I was having serious camera issues at the beginning. As you know, if you've looked at the first comments at the top. So we're going to move on from that one. This I'm going to show you another craft piece. This was also, this isn't really thrift haul. This is from the same antique store where I got the jewelry jar. But this is a pretty major necklace. It was probably somebody's thing that they made for cosplay because there was a tag on it saying that it's good for cosplay. And it just, it has that look to it. But what I was looking at it for is crafting materials. I'm going to take this thing apart because this looks like something I can use. And some of these chains down here, this thing in the middle, not so much. But I'll do the same thing as with the rhinestone bracelets and the fleur-de-lis. If somebody wants this, it cost me $16. So if somebody wants it, you can just pay me what I bought for it, and it's yours. But otherwise, I'm going to take this all apart and make other things with it. Next, we have this really pretty, and I don't know if I can show you the testing for it. I'll try. But this is a stainless, I think, ball chain, but it has this really pretty, and this is back to the thrift haul. This is a Millefiori glass heart. And it has the sterling setting around it. This is the back. It has the sterling bail. And look how pretty that is. It's about an inch by about an inch. Really colorful and pretty. And I'll do, I'll test it. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, I might be able to get a good angle to show you the testing, but of course I don't want, and just so you can see, this is actually what I'm scratching. I'm not pulling a bait and switch and scratching something else. So there we go. So I'll put the 18 karat acid on it, and we're just going to see how this one goes, and this will determine if I test anything else and hold it up to the camera. So I don't know, maybe you can tell a little bit that that's blue. I don't want to dump acid on my table, but there we go. So we have a sterling setting on this super, super cute. I've never seen anything like this, like a little pendant in a setting like this, of Millefiori, that is, in a setting like this. But really, really pretty. I don't think this is the original chain that it would have been on, but I'll go ahead and send you that. It's not, the chain itself isn't sterling, but the setting right here definitely is. So a few drops of acid actually fell down on my paper. So we're going to offer this one up also for, well, I was going to say 15, but I'll do 10 on this one. And that'll be number 2. The length on this chain is 10 inches. It's kind of harder to do things upright than when I'm able to lay it down on the table and have the camera looking down at it. Thank you to everybody who's here. We'll give a couple of minutes on that. I watched Diane and her daughter Felicia Monday night. If you don't watch them, you really should check them out, especially on Monday nights. They open a box. It's a fun box, and they're hilarious to watch. And lots of stories, lots of story time, if you like that kind of thing. And then Diane, I've seen a couple of these where later on, like after the part with her daughter in the fun box, then Diane continues, her daughter leaves, and she continues with a jewelry sale. But this last time, her daughter had to leave actually to go do something in particular. So maybe she doesn't follow it up every time with the jewelry sale, but she did this time. Oh, you watch them, Robin. Yeah, I see a lot of people that are familiar to my comments. I see them actually in the comments also when I'm watching Diane. But they're a lot of fun to watch. Okay, we're going to move on from the Millefiori heart necklace. These I got because I thought they would be sterling, but they're not. They look, I really don't know what this is. It's maybe metal, maybe some kind of ceramic. They are, Jeanette. They're a lot of fun. This is it's about an inch long, and I couldn't really tell. It's cool. It's not super cold. It may be a ceramic, but it feels kind of like metal. And I thought when I was looking at it through the glass, this came from the Salvation Army, that this was nice little thick chunks of sterling. But it is metal because I tested it. That's right. And it's not sterling. But these are cute earrings nonetheless. And the color on them, in case you can't see it for the glare, the color is like the color of patinaed sterling. And they're about 2 inches long. And what do you think? Put in the comments. Should I bring out Earlene? You want to just see earrings like this, or do you want to see Earlene? And for these two, just because I thought they were sterling, I paid up for them, and so I'm not going to mark that up. Just like the, what was it? Oh, the cosplay necklace. Just pay me what I bought, what I paid for these, and you can have these, which was $5. I paid actually $4.99, plus tax and all that, but we'll do $5 on those. She's part of the gang. And I suppose you're talking about Earlene. So we'll bring her in. These will be number 3 for $5. And again, that is just what I paid for them because I thought they were sterling. So here she comes for anybody who needs warning. Here comes Earlene to model the earrings. And there she is. The light's not the best. I have a huge window right that way. So that's where a good bit of the light's coming from. But that's it. These for $5. And they were number 3. Oh, I got to put it in here, don't I? Okay. I'm new at this. Okay, Jeanette, I saw that your connection is bad. I thought I lost the little silicone back to this. I'm going to try to move kind of quick with these so I can make sure I have enough time to cover everything that I wanted to cover. We have our HVAC guy coming today because our upstairs is staying super, super hot right now. Even though the thermostat was set at, I think, 71, the temperature got up to, I think, 79 or 80 yesterday. So that was, no fun. Okay, nobody's speaking up for the earrings. So next, this is one of 3 things, I think, that's not jewelry. I got this a while back, and it's just cute, and I thought somebody might like it as a little trinket dish. This little Germany, of course that's written backwards for you, but it's a little dish with this lattice work cut out of it, probably about 5 or 6 inches across. Yeah, it's 5 inches across. There we go. And about 2 inches tall, 1.5 to 2 inches, 1.5 tall. So it's a nice little trinket dish if anybody likes that. And I don't have a bag I can put that in. So we'll do this one. We'll do that one for $5 also. And that's going to be number 4. It's too early to start double numbering. And really, I thought I couldn't double number on something like this, but I guess I can. So number 4 for $5, little dish. The temperature today, speaking of our HVAC guy, and the whole reason we have to have him coming out, the temperature is, I don't think the actual temperature is going to be 107, but where they give you the what it's going to feel like outside, it says 107. So that's great. Yeah, it is really cute. You want to see that again, Jeanette? It really is pretty. I'm going to put it up close to the camera. I love the colors in it. It's just pale buttery yellow and the pink. And this is purple, like a darker and a lighter purple right there. It's really delicate looking, really cute. And it has this sort of gilt edge around it. Oh, my nails. Last night was ceramic studio night, so my nails bear the scars of that. Hey, Jeanette, are you asking for that, or were you just reminding me that it's number 4, or were you asking for that one? 109 for you. Wow, Robin. Stay indoors. Keep your AC on or keep your fan going. I was looking for my tea. I'm drinking this butterfly pea flower. I know it's going to be backwards to you again, but if you know about that, and it's actually blue. I don't know if you can see that, but it's blue. Jeanette, claim it in the comments. Just put what I've seen people do before, like when the price is shown, where it says, BIN for buy it now, and then the price. The first person to reply with that price is how they claim it, and then we'll talk about it further in email. I think at the top of the video, just because that's my shtick. So I just said contact me, skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com, and we'll work it out there. But okay, Jeanette got the dish. Yay. You're going to really like it. It's really, really cute in person. It's cute on camera, but cuter in person. So we'll talk about that later on. Let me make note of it. Okay. So number 4 dish for Jeanette. Okay. Let's move along. Now we have this. I was going to try to clean this before the show, but I ran out of time. I was going to put this in the ultrasonic. I would not be surprised if this is maybe a 1950s or 60s piece. These are these really big, like an inch across, little hollow gold tone metal mesh beads or puff balls. I don't know what you would call them, but it's really interesting, and like they're big, but I could really see this. Like, I grew up watching the Lawrence Welk show. My parents liked the Lawrence Welk show, and I could see the ladies, like if you're my age and you're familiar with that show at all, I can imagine the ladies in their long gowns, you know, wearing something like this. So this one's going to be, we'll talk about it some more. I'm not sure it'll fit in one of these bags. It might. This one is number 5. And we'll do this one also for $5. Okay, here's the chain, and this is it. I'm going to polish it. Well, I'm going to clean it first, because sometimes something that looks like it needs polishing or looks like it's horribly tarnished is really just dirty. So I'm going to put it in the ultrasonic first and see if it clears that up. But it's kind of darkened right here, and with my lighting, I'm not sure if it'll be that apparent on screen. But it's got this really interesting popcorn style chain, and I don't know if this kind of chain is vintage or not. That's what makes me not so sure whether this could be 50s or 60s, but I'm convinced. Even if this is a modern chain, I'm sure these maybe are not original to the chain, because this just looks older to me than that. So this one is number 5 for $5. And again, if you want that, I'm going to call it a funny name just because. So if you want that one, again, just reply in the comments with the price, and then we'll work everything out later on via email. But number 5, the gold tone. Oh, well, I wrote gold in the comment. It's not gold, it's gold tone. Puffball necklace. It just has a really neat, unique kind of look to it. And of course, as soon as I said I was going to move kind of fast so I could fit everything in, I said that knowing that I can tend to get pretty gabby, so may not move fast after all. We'll just have to see. Okay, no takers on the puffball necklace. Okay. Someone, where are, oh no, that's not ready yet. Have a little bit more to go on to this part of it. This chain is Livior, something like that. The brand is right here, which I don't know if it will be able to focus for you. But this is branded, and this is the brand. If you'll check the comments there, that's the brand that is on the little thingy right here on this thing. And it says Italy 925 also right there. This I don't think is original to the necklace, but it's super, super really cool. It's glass, and it has this really neat cap and bail on it, and all kinds of foil inside. It's just really neat, and it's heavy. About an inch, so it's kind of big too. But this really, really pretty green color. It's got this streak red in it right there. Then it's got this lighter kind of bluish gray streak. And that looks like maybe about a 9-inch drop. There's no extender on it. It's about a 9.5-inch drop. And that's really, really cool. I really like this one a lot. I love that color. I shined the UV on it. I carry one in my purse. I would recommend, if you go thrifting and antique storing and estate sailing out in the wild, keep one of these in your purse because it's just a good way to sort of spot test things. Yeah, I did. I shined the UV on it, and I got this at that same antique store. Did I? No, I didn't. This also came from the Salvation Army. I thought it would be something as far as reactive to UV, which it wasn't, but I still thought it was really pretty, so I picked it up. And then it's got this sterling chain. The bail on it right here, I don't think is sterling. I didn't test it, but I don't think it is. Let's see, I'll do the necklace job since we don't have something comparable for Earlene. Now, normally I would use Ethel for something like that, but she's upstairs and she's wedged under a bunch of stuff right now, or behind a bunch of stuff right now. So you'll have to settle for me. This is number 6, and it's going to be $6, 6 for 6. And there we are. I really appreciate you guys joining in with me today. I really do. I'm working all of this stuff out. Just trying to, grow the channel and do the things and be more fun and have more fun and engaging and interesting things to show the people who show up for me. I was about to start showing you this one before I closed out the last one. It looks like there's no takers on that necklace, the glass foil ball necklace. So next is this. This is really cool. This is orange glass. It is glass, but it's a reddish orange. It's a pretty large pendant, about 1.5 inches. And I think this was sterling. Let me double check again so you can see how this is actually really what I'm scratching. I tested it, but I really don't remember what that result was. Okay, no, it flashes blue and then fades away really quick. So it has some silver in it, but definitely not enough to be sterling, but it is super, super really cool. The patina is what made me think that it's sterling, because that's very similar to the way sterling patinas, with that sort of like patchy, blotchy look to it like that. But here's the setting, which is really pretty setting. And I don't think this chain is original to the necklace, just because the chain is so delicate, but the pendant and even the ring that it's on are so substantial. So I don't think they're original to each other, but I will keep them all together. And this is heavy and really, really pretty. I love this deep, like reddish orange or orangey red color. And the color in person of this setting is like a brass tone. But there it is. And we're going to do that one for $4. That's number 7. number 7 for 4, even though it's backwards to you. Sorry about that. And next, this is the bag. Oh, it's Jeanette. Jeanette's getting that one. Okay, we'll put that with your little bowl. Congratulations, Jeanette. Okay. Now this is the bag from the place that where I usually film the surprises at the thrift store. There's only one that didn't get filmed at that same thrift store, and that's the one where, kid you not, I walked up and they had a bunch of prom dresses. This was like before prom season, like back around, I don't know, February or March or something like that. But they had this big display right in front, just in my little, hometown down the street thrift store. And they had prom dresses. So I was looking at them, and this one had pockets, but the pocket was kind of sticking out a little bit. So I stuck my hand in to see what was in there. And there were some like crumpled up like tickets and little like papers and stuff. But then something was rattling around. Oh, then there was a Tarte lip gloss in there. But then there was some other stuff rattling around. So I stuck my hand in there and pulled out these rounds, these firearm rounds out of that. I mean, they were spent, but that even makes it even more mysterious. But that was the only surprise at the thrift store that I did not get at the same thrift store where I usually do the surprises at the thrift store. But anyway, these all came from the one where I typically do those. This is beautiful. It's a Monet, little double strand. These pretty, pretty glass. I love that sound that they make. These pretty glass faux pearls with this matte gold color to them. And then they have these little glass bezel set crystals in between. Really, really pretty. Here's the chain. It's in really nice condition. And let's see, where's the Monet name? There it is right there. Hopefully you're able to, really sorry about my nails. Maybe you can read it, but I promise you it says Monet. But there it is. And then I'll be your necklace model since Ethel is indisposed. So there it is. If you have a big collar on your shirt, that's what it looks like. So there we go. Really pretty. I have no idea if this is vintage or not. The chain up here looks really new on it, but that could just mean that that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not vintage. That could mean that it's vintage and was just very well taken care of. But there we go, and it's going to be $6. And it's number 7. No, wait a minute. It's not number 7, it's number 8. Number 8 for $6. Okay. Really pretty. It's got the double layers on it. Oh, I didn't give you measurements. It's it has an extender. We'll give you that measurement first. Looks like it's a couple of inches. Yeah, 2-inch extender. And the shorter layer is a 7-inch drop. The longer layer is a 10-inch drop. So there they are. These, actually, anything you buy today, in case you didn't see it in the, I think I put that in the video description, but in case I forgot to put it, or if I did and you just didn't see it, Anything that's bought today, it will be in time to go out in your June package. So you'll be able to get that in a couple of days, or it'll be able to ship out in a couple of days. Anything that you buy today off of the video. And we've got to, I'm going to show you something else that's not for sale in just a minute, but I've got to calibrate the Gemini first. And how I'm going to show you these results, I really don't know. I'll have to turn the camera downward, I think. It'll take just a minute. I really, really like the Gemini. It has its own little different ways of doing things than the Presidium. But I like, number one, that it's about half the price. And it gives great results. And there we go. Now this, I'm going to turn the camera down maybe. And I know it's going to, keep in mind, it's going to be backwards to you. But there we are. Are you going to be able to see that? Look how big this is for one thing. It's about an inch by about 3/4 of an inch. And hopefully, let's see. Is it going? Can't get a good, is the needle moving? This thing went up to Ruby the other day. What am I doing? It's going up to Jadeite. Let's make sure it's reading properly. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we'll clear it out. Let's try it one more time. Well, maybe. I just don't know what I'm talking about. But I want to unseat this out of the setting and use it in an upgrade on something and make it fancy schmancy. So we'll see. And speaking of fancy schmancy, I have some fancy schmancy hang tags that I might show everybody after we're done. These are some Barse earrings, and I can't believe I found these just out in the open. They weren't under glass up by the cash register. These were hanging out with like the common jewelry in the back of the store. But they are Barse right there. Get a load of that. Yeah, they'll price things up crazy and put them under glass. And some of the craziest surprises at the thrift store that I've filmed as far as jewelry goes is at that thrift store where they have something under glass and it's like a plastic stone with sloppy glue stuck in silver tone, and they want, you know, like $30 for it. So it was really odd to me that there were these Barse earrings hanging way in the back for a lot less. These were, I got these for $1.99. So I am going to offer them up here. I'm going to pass that along to everybody. First, let's talk about them. There are these little, I don't know, some kind of botanical floral type of design. And these are not sterling. It's a kind of a plate that they use. Everything that is marked Barse Israel, they have a proprietary plating, which is bronze and gold, if I remember correctly. And that plating is supposed to be more durable. And I didn't finish my research, so I'm not really sure if it's plated over sterling. I think it is. There's a little bit of blue there, but it's kind of fading already. Might not be able to see it. There we go. I don't know, pour it out on my desk. But it turns blue for just a second, or just a few seconds, I'll say. But really, really pretty. Barse is well-made jewelry. Oh, there went something on eBay. Okay, so here these are. They are about an inch across. The little bead right here dangles by itself, so you have a little bit of movement there. And we will bring over, yeah, Jeanette, $1.99 for these Bars Israel earrings. So I'm going to pass that good deal along to everybody. So here comes Earlene. And there they are. They're so, so pretty and so well made. And they really, not the wires don't look new, but everything else on it looks untouched, really, in my opinion. We have, should I name these separately? Because I have a right Earlene and a left Earlene. And I've just been calling them both Earlene. So let me know in the comments, should they have individual names or should they both just be Earlene? I wasn't sure how to move forward with that, but I had a hard enough time deciding whether to even name Earlene and what I should name her. And you guys actually helped me out with that. So let me know if right Earlene and left Earlene need separate names besides just being right and left. So we're on, this will be number 9 for us. And let's see. Yeah, I'll do these for $8 on the Vars earrings. And what that does, just so you know, I'm not making, you know, tons of profit on that because there's fees for PayPal and all that. So there we are, $9, or number 9 for $8. And you know, if you can hear that, that's our weather alarm going off, which in Alabama in the spring, which this isn't really spring anymore, but typically spring and fall is when all the hurricanes and tornadoes and all of that happens. So the weather alarm goes off all the time. But, oh, I put bar. So the weather alarm goes off all the time. So the Bars earrings right here for $8. If anybody is interested in those. And now the last, I think, yeah, this is the last of the thrift items, and it's the jewelry jar, which I really didn't think in Alabama they had such a thing. So we're going to move on with the jewelry jar in just a minute. Give everybody time to decide on the Bars earrings. Okay, let's move right along. These are, okay, it's like this kind of jar, which I thought was really cool. One of the bale top jars. And this was the lid. So if anybody's actually interested in just the jar, let me know. Actually, if anybody's interested in just the jar, I don't even really know what these sell for. I know people collect them. So the first person to just offer up what they're willing to pay for just this bale top, just the empty jar, just let me know. Type it up in the comments. But here we go. I have this earring. We'll see if it has a match. Okay, here are some little vintage. They look very vintage. Looking at the backs, looks like brass with little white beads on the front and little crystals right here. Are, I think those are plastic as well. I think those are acrylic. But they're just little clips. And they are, like I said, very vintage. And the clips are nice and strong on those. And that's what they look like underneath the clip. And here comes Earline. And for anybody who's interested, this is left Earline. That's how they look on. They're about an inch across. Yeah. And we'll do those for $1. Number 10. I had to look for my marker. Number 10 for $1. Okay. These are stuck together. It's two different single earrings. I'm going to move kind of fast on these. Again, I say I'm going to move fast, but everybody who's been around me a while knows what I mean by fast. Okay. I'm going to take a few things out at once. Oh, wait, this is cute. Let's get to these earrings first, though. Okay, here's some more vintage earrings. They have some interesting patina on them. Let me get a little quick scratch and see what color the scratch is. I don't know. The scratch looks kind of suspect. No, it is not sterling. Hey, Beth. So glad you could join us. How many? There's 9 of us now. Okay, so here it is. It's a little cascade of these little teardrop shaped faux pearls. They're attached kind of, you know, cha-cha style. Well, that way it looks like a hula skirt. But there we go. Little clip earrings. Nice tight clips on those. And it had a mate. Where'd the mate go? There it is. And they're cute. They look pretty clean. They're just have a little bit of tarnish on them, a little bit of patina. So let's bring over. This is right, Earline. Hey, Angela. You know, I call you Angie so many times in my comments. Do you like Angela better or Angie better? I don't want to call somebody by a name they don't want to be called by. So here is right Earline. And that's how those look. And if you lean over to pick something up, you can do the little hula thing, I guess, with your head. People might wonder what you're doing. But I knew somebody who's no longer with us. But she had such a, okay, I'll call you Angie too. She had such a bright spirit about her. And she said, you should take opportunities to make people wonder what you're doing. So this is number 11. And these will also be just $1. Okay, the newcomers, Beth and Angie, if you guys want to scroll up, anything that doesn't have any claim after it, which I think only a couple of things have been claimed so far, anything that doesn't have a claim after it, you can put in the comments if you want to see it again, and I'll pull it out and show it to you. Okay, next earrings. These look a little rough. I'm going to show these to you, but I'm going to put them in the craft, in that big lot of stuff that I've talked about that I want to do a live where I'm making craft lots. I'll put these in there. These are silvery kind of colored, but I don't think, just by the way that tarnish looks, I don't think those are sterling. Normally when I'm filming my videos, I do it with earbuds in, with the mic, you know, that's in the earbuds, and I don't have those in right now. Can you guys hear me okay? Yes, I do, Angie, and I'm actually planning on showing that today. Boring love stories, hello. Okay, no, that is not sterling. So these are just going to go in my big craft collection, where I'm going to make all those craft lots and offer those up to everybody. I need a place to collect that. There we go. Here is a little pink brooch, which I could probably use that, but I'm going to offer it up to you guys first. It's sort of shaped like a snowflake. Okay, thanks, Beth. Boring love stories. I can call you that, or if you want me to call you by name, just put that in the chat. The little pink rhinestone brooch it's about 2 inches across. Really bright, pretty, icy pink rhinestones. And saying that reminds me, does anybody remember, maybe it was just a regional thing around here, but back in the 90s, there was a thing for a while about having pink ice, which really was just these pink glass stones mounted in, you know, silver tone or sterling or something like that. And a friend of mine gave me one. I have a pink ice ring somewhere that I got in the 90s. But that's what the color looked like. And it's just mounted in gunmetal, a nice straight back, nice straight pin. And let's make sure that closure works. It does, and it's not stiff right here. It bends back and forth like it should. And the little closure stays put. And it's that kind of closure right there where you grab it and turn it around. So there we go. That one is, that'll also be $1. That's number 12. So, and where were you from, Angela, or Angie, that you remember those? I'm in Alabama. So I'm trying to find out if those were everywhere or if it was just around here. Okay, so this is number 12 that we're on for $1. Some dollar deals in the jewelry jar. Give just a minute. I'll get to, who was asking about that? Angie was asking. I'll get to the ceramics after this jewelry jar. Okay. Oh, I was born in South Carolina. I was born in Columbia, South Carolina. Okay, so everything has been emptied out now of the jewelry jar, and everything's accounted for, and we have a bonus spare earring back. Okay, so here's what I was going to show earlier. This has a maker on it, 9 West, and alarm going off. Okay, oh, all the newcomers. If you hear the dogs freaking out, or you may not hear it, but I'm expecting, there goes the weather alarm again. I'm expecting a blue box to be delivered today by FedEx. It's out for delivery, and so the dogs will try to eat well, delivery people think they're about to be eaten because Skeeter weighs about 100 pounds, and he's huge and he looks intimidating, but he's a baby, he's a toddler. And He's not literally a baby. He's a grown adult dog, but he acts like a child, an infant. So, but he looks intimidating when he's running towards you and barking. So I have to go rescue the FedEx guy if he comes. So I'll step away and then I'll be right back if that happens during this live stream. But this 9 West has this really pretty silver tone snake chain. And these pretty beads, pink and, oh, they look kind of more orange right here as I'm showing them on camera, looking at them on screen. But in person, it looks more like a warmish, like a melon kind of color. Maybe a little bit of a salmony melon color. They look a little bit more orangey on screen than they do in person. But that's pretty. Oh, that kind of matches my shirt. Here's how it looks on. This is at the shortest setting. And I'll give you actually a measurement. Well, I would give you a measurement of the extender, but the extender has a knot in it, which live, I'm sure you don't want to sit there and wait for me to work out a knot in an extender. But it does have an extender, and looking at it, it's probably about 2 inches. This has, at its regular length, has a drop of 7 inches. And the 9 West necklace, that's number 13 for us. The 9 West necklace here, we'll do that for $3. Hey, Hannah. You inspired me. I've done one live before, and it was supposed to be like a chatty hangout while I list things, and I wasn't able to keep up with it. And a creepy guy showed up in the comments, and I'd only been on YouTube for like 2 or 3 months, and it was weird. So this is the first time I've done that since then. Okay. Let's keep going. Yeah, I think you were either Hannah, everybody, was a few people have mentored me along the way and don't even realize it, but Hannah is one of those. But surprise, if you didn't realize that already. Hannah, she was one of the people that I was watching before I ever tried YouTube. And then after I came on, she was just so kind and generous with her knowledge, which anybody who watches Hannah's channel knows that. It's Hannah's Heirlooms. You need to check her channel out if you don't know it already. And she's so kind. She's a wealth of knowledge. And she inspired me to do this today, actually. Well, this was partly inspired by that I wasn't able to film in time to have a video today, but it was also inspired by just seeing Hannah do it, and thought, I'm going to give that a try. So anyway, here we are, and I told you I'd get Gabby. So here are some earrings that are, yes, I was watching your channel, you, and there were a few. I was watching Marilyn at Shady NY, and let's see, Christina at Stina Resells. There's a handful of them that I was watching before I started, but you and Marilyn are ones that I reached out to early on, and y'all were just so giving with your knowledge. You didn't like hoard your knowledge or anything like that, which I did run into some people early on who did hoard knowledge, and that's just unkind, in my opinion. But we won't go there. But here are these earrings. They have patina on them. And it's just these layered sort of metal, or not sort of metal, they are metal. It's like silver tone, and then got brass, copper, and a silvery, pewtery kind of color. I don't think there's any precious metal here at all. Yeah. So these are kind of neat. Sort of a brutalist, industrial kind of look to them. And they are clips. And these are number 14. And they'll also be $1. Hey, Robin. Oh, it's my sending hearts. Thank you. Okay, these are really pretty. These are not marked. Oh, yeah, they are too marked. Listener, we have some listener in here. Very pretty. I don't think I've ever seen listener that did not have rhinestones on it. Aw, thank you, Robin. But here we go. Here comes, nobody ever said, should right Earlene and left Earlene have separate names, or should they just be right Earlene and left Earlene? So here comes left Earlene. There's how those look. And these are listener. And I was saying, I don't think I've ever seen listener without rhinestones in it. But this is just a matte gold tone, and it's a plastic. And this looks like snake chain. This sort of snake chain look trimmed around it for that setting. They're very pretty, very classic kind of look. About 1 inch across. The clips, let's see. Yeah, the clips are nice and tight. Yeah, and that's how they look from the back. Yes, there will be bracelets. And then the listener mark, which keep in mind it will be backwards to you, as it may be out of focus to you as well, but there it is right there. And we will do those for $4. Number, oh, what number are we on? Number 15. Who wanted to see bracelets? Angela. Okay, Angie. And those are, let's see, I don't have any in the jewelry jar, but I do have some bracelets coming up. Okay, let's move on. These are some, I think, vintage. Let's see if I see a name on these anywhere. I like that too. I really enjoyed the one last week was a premiere, and I really enjoyed just being in the live chat for that, which I already knew I liked that because I've done premieres as far as collabs before, and that's one of my favorite parts of doing a collab is being able to be in the live chat with the viewers, and so this is really neat too. But I get pretty gabby. I'm going to bring up Earlene first this time, and this is left Earlene for anybody who's keeping track. These are some brown rhinestone earrings that look kind of vintage, but I'm not sure. They're about about an inch long. And it's a little floral design and like a copper. I don't know if this is a copper tone or if it's actually copper. Pull that little thing out. But there's the construction on the back. My little bird likes to spin around on my finger while I'm wearing him. See, he likes to do that. But there we are. These are unbranded, I think. Yeah, these are unbranded. Oh, Angie, you need to go watch Hannah's videos. She always has really pretty things. If you like vintage, she has so much vintage, and like her big thing, I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, Hannah, but it looks to me like her really big thing is glass beads. Like through the years, throughout history and around the world, like she can tell you where one was made, what political and social influences caused that bead to look the way it does, and all the history and everything, how it's made. It's just really, really interesting. She knows so much about all kinds of jewelry, but particularly glass beads. And I actually have some too that I thought of Hannah when I saw them. I think those are going to come up today. I have to pull them out. I think they're coming up today. But anyway, here these are. Let's see. We'll do these for $2. For anybody that's interested in these. I don't remember how many people may have come on since the last time I said this, but if you want to scroll up in the comments, if there's anything that looks interesting that you want to see that doesn't have a claim after it, I'll be glad to show it to you again. And only 2 things have been claimed so far, so there's plenty still available. So these are number 16. And what did I say on those? $2. So I've met all the requirements now to like move up to the next tier in YouTube, except for one. I have to meet a subscriber count requirement to move to the next tier. One of the requirements was like how many hours people have spent watching your videos, and I actually met that requirement just a couple of days ago. I was really surprised by that. So thank you to all of you for helping me just meet these milestones along the way. Oh, speaking of milestones, I still haven't done a 700 subscribers giveaway. Oh my gosh. And last week at the in the chat, I was just so excited that people were there. And I said that I was going to do a giveaway last Friday, and I didn't do it. I am so sorry. You're witnessing me have a crisis right now. So I'm not going to do it on the fly right now, because probably doing it on the fly is how I forgot it last week. So I'm making myself a note right here on my notes. I'm going to make myself a note in big fat letters that says giveaway. And I'm going to get that together, and I'm going to do that giveaway. So what it was in last week's video, just in the chit chat, I mentioned that I went to high school with a famous athlete, and that you should reply in the comments with the name of that athlete, and then everybody that has that name in the comments, that's what I would filter for to give something away. And then I was supposed to like pick out something and let everybody know and do the drawing on Friday. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry that I forgot to do that. So be looking for news about that. So I'm not going to forget, because I wrote myself this note. So I'm going to get all that together. I'll put up a post, and I don't know. I'll have to do an extra prize just for me being a slug and forgetting to do it last week. So let's get back to the task at hand, which is showing some jewelry. Uh, thank you, Robin and Hannah and Beth. Should I say, if you think back, I'm going to do a guessing game with you a little bit, Angie. There was an athlete in it would have been in the early 90s, who he won the Heisman in the early 90s, but he also played baseball. And I think he did like track events. Oh, he was just like, he did it all. And Nike came after him hard, and he had this Just Do It campaign with Nike. Do you know who that was? Did that ring any bells? He was most famously known for football. And then he also played, I can't remember, he played on a baseball team too. But he got injured. This particular athlete got injured in a professional football game. No, way before Tebow. He got injured in a professional football game, and that took him out. And he didn't go the route that a lot of other athletes go who are in that same position, where they become commentators and stuff like that. He didn't go that route, but he is on, if anybody is in the Southeast, or if anybody is in a state that is in the Southeast Conference as far as college football goes, they have these insurance commercials. I think Progressive Insurance has these commercials with a lot of these football icons are in it, and they play these commercials during college football season, and he's in those commercials. No idea. Okay, I'll go ahead and put it in there. Yeah, I went to high school with him. I wasn't in the same grade that he was in. Did you see it yet, Angie? Yeah, since you're in South Carolina, I'm surprised you didn't say, I'm surprised you didn't guess Cam Newton, but he was long after the 90s. So. But yeah, we weren't in the same grade. He was like 3 years or so ahead of me, but he had a sibling who was in some of my classes, a younger sibling. So yeah, and one of my friends lived in the same neighborhood where he did. And they didn't hang out or anything, but they just happened to live in the same neighborhood. But yeah, so let's get back, as I said earlier, to the task at hand. We're still in the jewelry jar. We have 4 more things. One is this, which I thought looking through the jar that was going to be dyed howlite, but it's not. It's acrylic, and it has these little caps on all the beads, and these little gold tone beads on this gold tone chain, and unbranded. There's some wear on the clasp, but it sort of graduates. It's thinner up here and gets thicker with the larger beads the more you get to the bottom. And yeah, it kind of matches my shirt today too. But that's about how it looks on. That's at the shortest size. It has a 3-inch extender. And let's see, how are we doing on time? Okay. So there that is. And we'll just do that one for, oh, wait. I didn't give you a drop on it. It's to the inside right here, an 8-inch drop. And we'll do that one for $3. And that's 17. Yeah, it does. It matches it really well. This is a thrifted shirt. Nearly everything I wear is thrifted except my jeans and my shoes. Well, I wear thrifted shoes, but my daily drivers, I like white leather Pumas just because I like how they fit and everything. And I wear them until I wear them out, and then I get another pair. And then my jeans, because I have a really long inseam. My inseam is 32, and you just can't buy those off the rack, so I have no choice. I would love to be able to thrift jeans, but I have to buy them. And Gap is the only brand I've found that carries my inseam for less than $100. So I usually buy Gap jeans just because I can get my size. This has a terrible chain. Well, I don't know. That could just be dirty. That could just be dirty. Let's see. Actually, some of that's rubbing off. Oh yeah, and underwear. Definitely. I always wonder when I go to the thrift store and I see used underwear. They have a whole bin of used underwear in my local thrift store. And I've always wondered, does anybody ever buy that? I've never seen anybody buy it. I've never seen anybody even looking at it. But I wonder. Anyway, this is just going to go to craft. It's a little acrylic red necklace. It has a lot of wear here on the back. This could just be dirt on the chain. It could be wear, it could be dirt, but I'm just going to put this into the craft lot that I'll be dividing up. And this is going to go in my craft stash because I'm collecting pearls. This looks like a Wendy Mignot. I don't really know how you pronounce her name. But these simple little pearl necklaces like this, she sells for hundreds of dollars. And she has a website. It's Wendy, Mignot is how you pronounce or how you spell her last name. But I'm not going to try to see if this is her. She doesn't put name tag or hang tags on her stuff or anything, so it's hard to identify it, whether it's hers or not. You really have to look it up on her website and compare it to her designs. But this, I'm just going to harvest those pearls because I'm making some fancy schmancy things and I need some fancy schmancy pearls. So here's the last piece from the jar. Did I say anything? I didn't even put the pink necklace. Sorry about that. What do we say on that? $3? I know. I just can't believe it, Hannah. I wonder why they even have them, but then I wonder even more, does anybody even buy those? This is kind of gross. Okay. So no takers on the pink necklace. This is really pretty, and I think I bought it. Well, I didn't buy it, but one of the things that attracted me to this jar was this that I could see near the bottom of the jar, which I thought was a necklace. But now that it's out of the jar, it's a belt. Which, if nobody buys this, I'm going to probably use it. Like I'll harvest it, use it for parts. But it has bead caps on all of these, just plastic. Are they plastic? Yeah, plastic faux pearls, gold and white ones, and they have caps on them. And then just this long chain and another little faux pearl at the end. Here. So let's see, should I model it? There's about how that looks on. My belt is thrifted. That came from the bins, actually. I got that for like 10 cents at the bins. So anyway, there it is. And I'll offer it up, but if there's no takers, that'll be part of my craft supplies. And whenever I say that, oh, if this doesn't sell, it's going to be in my supplies, don't feel sorry for me and not buy something you want just because you're afraid you're taking it away from me for my supplies. I have more supplies than I need. They're coming out my ears. Yeah, if you want something, you're not anyway, depriving me of having enough supplies to make stuff in any way whatsoever. So this is number 18, and that's a belt. We'll do that for $5. And even if you want to use it to harvest it for supplies, there's way more than $5 worth of bead caps and chain on here alone, and then faux pearls. So even just not even as a belt, even just as craft supplies, that's a deal. You can't just go buy all of these things that are in here for $5 for craft supplies. Oh yeah, Hannah, I was gonna do that. I'm collecting a bunch of things that I'm thinking about doing a live, like make craft lots with me kind of live, and then offer the craft lots up during the video. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. All right, and for anybody who wasn't here earlier, this is the jar. It's one of these old, it's an Atlas Easy Seal. I know a lot of people collect these antique and vintage jars. Here's the lid. Of course, the seal is long gone, but the seal has this compass rose design on it. And then it has this working bail. I'm not going to clamp it all the way down, but it clamps down with tension right there. But I know people collect them. I don't know what to ask for it. I don't know what they go for. But anybody who's interested in just the jar, first person to offer me up a price, it's yours. The jar, Robin, or the belt? Angie, is that for the jar? Okay, you got it. So let me label that for you. Okay, you got it. All right, that was the last of the thrift store stuff. So next, I want to show this, and then somebody asked about bracelets. This is that necklace that I had a short about, where I repaired the clasp, and it came in that Goodwill blue box from a week or two ago, I think. But it's just all of these pretty, I like that these are these rich colors with the black mixed in. I like that contrast. It's just a bunch of little glass beads, and it's double layers. And they're just on there like this, like fringe style. But then when they all hang together, it looks like that. So I don't know if it was always like this, or if maybe this used to be longer over here. Now that I'm looking at it, and actually what I had to do to kind of repair things over here, I think maybe it did break at some point over here, and some beads were lost. So maybe that's why the clasp is over on the side. But still, that's going to be behind your neck when you wear it, like this. Yes, it could, Robin. You could make, if you wanted to take this apart, you could make like how many pairs of earrings. But that's how it looks. The length on this, Angie, is The shorter layer has a drop of 12 inches, and the longer layer is just like right behind it, 12.5 inches. And that's just a ton of gorgeous, gorgeous glass beads. And that's number 19. And that one's going to be $8. You got it, Angie. Congrats, Angie, on the glass beads. Okay, so next, let me show you really quick some, okay, somebody asked about this first. So let's show these ceramics. I'm bringing back again. I'm surprised he didn't go yet, but the kitty is back. Because the first time I made one of these, I got tons and tons of responses. Oh, when are you going to have some more of those? I love the kitty. Is the kitty gone? I want the kitty. But the kitty was snapped up the last time I made one. So then I made this one, but he has been sitting since March. I handmade this in the ceramic studio. And the first one I made, his tail was too fat to be a ring holder. This is a pinky ring. This is about how big his tail is now for this one. And the color is called, for anybody familiar with ceramics, this is Amico glaze called Cosmic Oil Spot, which is sort of a metallic black. And it looks kind of like when it rains and an oil spot on the ground, gets wet. It's about how it looks, except it doesn't have that rainbow effect that an actual oil spot will have. But here is my signature and the date on there. And he is $12. I sell those at craft shows for up to $20. Hey, Jerry. Okay, so there we are with our ceramic kitty. And then I'm going to show one more piece of ceramics. Okay, Angie's got the kitty also. You write your name on that. Okay, Beth. Yeah, I'll make some more. Okay, if anybody remembers, there is a short about this. The thumbnail has a bunch of fire on it. This is the raku cup, and raku is just the, it's a Japanese technique for glazing, and it results in these little cracks. The cracks aren't in the ceramic, they're just in the glaze. But this is not food safe for that very reason, because bacteria can get down between those little cracks under the glaze. And then even after you wash it, the bacteria will still be in there. So it's not food safe, but definitely it's a good trinket jar, or it's, you can put a plant in there. But the name of the glaze is something to do with space, like cosmos or something like that, nebula or something. But it has all these coppery, and that's all there's actually copper in the glaze. That's what you're seeing there. There's all sorts of different minerals in there, and they come out in different ways as you're doing that glaze. The clay itself is not black, and this doesn't have, soot on it. It turns the clay black when you fire it with this technique. Here's the inside. It's just really pretty. I like how that turned out. The size on it, it's about 3 inches high. and the mouth of it is, I don't mean to, didn't mean to put a nice sign on, on the screen, about 3 inches across. And this is $3, or it's not $3, it used to be number 3. It's $15 for the little raku pot. And then now we are moving to a little bit of friend mail really, really quick. I'll just show you the friend mail while we give some time on the raku pot. I got some mail from, I'll just show you the back. Got 2 different ones. These are things that I ordered, but some friend mail was included. And this is from Marilyn at Shady NY. Somebody else who mentored me before I even started, without even knowing that she mentored me. This is the older one of the 2 that I ordered, I think. Oh, yeah. These are just some pieces I ordered for crafting. These are really cool. I'm not sure if she gifted me these particular earrings or if I ordered these. But they're crafty stuff. You can even see that I think there's something missing on it, maybe. No, there's nothing missing. But those are going to be craft supplies just for my stash. This is what I remember particularly ordering. Well, I'll just hold it up like this. They were on a bracelet. There's like alternating square and round ones. Those are going to go on some of my fancy things that I'm making. And I have a few made. As soon as I get at least 15 things made, I want to make a little collection, then I'll bring my little fancy crafted things to a show. Oh yeah, the earrings are very Art Deco looking. Very Art Deco. Oh, this little airplane, I ordered this little airplane too. It's not sterling or anything, it's just got these little rhinestones on it. That's going to be a craft supply. And then Marilyn just sent me this one. It's a little M. I think maybe it used to be a brooch with a pin attached right there. So I'm going to do something with that for sure. And then this is the more recent one. So I won a giveaway on Marilyn's channel. She was doing a giveaway to celebrate their 3rd year anniversary with YouTube. And so she gave away 3 different drawings, and I won one of those. And so I ordered some things. I was going to order some things from her video, but then I found out that I won some shopping credit. And so what I got, and I can't remember exactly what. Okay, I did order these. These are just some little hearts and keys. Those are going to be on some projects. And then, let's see. Oh, and this. This is what I was interested in showing Hannah, if she's still here. These wedding cake beads that Marilyn had. And I'm really on the fence. I can't decide if I want to take this apart or not, because I just love these. When I bought it, I was thinking, I'm going to turn that into something else. That's exactly what I was thinking. But now that I'm seeing it in person, I don't know if I have the heart to take it apart. We'll have to just wait and see on that one. And let's see, I can't remember the other one of these that I ordered. I know I ordered those. and maybe these earrings. Forgive me if you're out there now or watching this later, Marilyn, but these earrings right here, I can't remember if I ordered them or if they're part of what she sent me, but and that little missing pearl, there it is right there, but she already knew I was going to be crafting with it. So she said the pearl fell off while she was packing it, but she knew I was going to be crafting with it anyway. So that was perfectly fine because I was probably going to be removing that pearl. But this is another one. This she just sent me. And it's these really pretty blue beads. These little rose colored or rosy little carved or molded things in between, and faux pearls. And that's definitely going to become something else. But I love the layout of that. I might even just freshen it up with new chain and stuff. And then she sent me this with all of this chain. This is probably, I probably ordered this, I think. And I've got it all tangled together. But I probably ordered that because of all the chain and because of the coins, because I have a particular project in mind that calls for coins like that. But then there's a whole bunch of silver tone chain that I can use. And then last, I'll have to calibrate again. She sent me this. I know I didn't order this. It's a single earring, and I think that might be an amethyst. It could be some glass. But we'll see about that in just a minute. But, so I told Marilyn I had this project where I'm making these fancy pieces, and so I had used up the shopping credit that I had won on her channel and still had some left over. And I said, okay, well, I'll go and look and see what else you have that I might be able to use. And then I had this idea, and I messaged her and said, hey, what if, like, this is the kind of stuff I want to make, and then I described what my vision was, and said, why don't you just pick something out and surprise me? And she did, and so she sent the purple thing that I'm about to test right now, and the blue necklace, not the wedding cake. I ordered the wedding cake one with the other blue necklace, and I think maybe those pearly earrings. And those are all very perfect for what I had in mind. So we're going to test this really quick and see what it is, and then we'll get right back to the sale. So yeah, that is that's an amethyst. So thank you very much, Marilyn, whether you're watching this right now or whether you are catching it later. Thank you so much for this great surprise and for mentoring me and supporting me in my jewelry habit. Okay, now moving along. So we have a bracelet. Angie, what kind of bracelets do you like? This is a really pretty bangle. It's like fabric inside of lucite. And this was in my June 2nd or 3rd video. And I can't remember, it was, I think, in a ThredUp DIY box that for some really strange reason, I was able to get one of those 2 weeks in a row. That's after, not getting one since the one that Happy Hour Haulers gifted to me a long time ago. Well, about a year ago or so. But anyway, this is lucite, and lucite because it's crystally clear. It doesn't yellow and all that. It stays real crystal clear. And then it looks like wood on the inside here, and then fabric on the outside. And I had researched this when I showed it that first time, and I can't remember the brand on it or anything, but $7. I will actually take that down to $5. And my Sharpie is running out of ink now. So this is going to be $5, and what number are we on? I don't remember what number we're on. I think it's number 20. So we'll call it number 20. Hopefully I'm not double numbering. I really like the colors on this one, Beth. Oh, hey, Hannah. Yeah, it is really, really pretty. I'll just call it Floral Bangle. I'm sorry, I'm bad about giving sizes. That's how it looks on. The colors are really pretty and summery. The colors remind me of Lily Pulitzer. This is not Lily Pulitzer. I can't remember the brand that it was, but I know it wasn't her. And it's about an 8 1/4, 8 1/2. The colors are really pretty on it. I like that that sort of fuchsia and teal together. Those look like hibiscus flowers. Okay, 21. Okay, you're asking for that one, Jerry? You got it. Let's see, where did I put it? Congrats. Okay, now I need to not get things mixed up. Okay, so this, I was surprised this one didn't go when I first offered it up because the color on it is so beautiful. This came, I think, in a Gigi's Gems. You'll have to, if you're still here, Jeanette, correct me on that if I'm wrong. But look at the color on this. It's just beautiful, beautiful. This juicy watermelon color. It has some AB on it. And like graduated layers. It does not have an extender. That's how it looks. Well, I mean, it looks better than that when you're not trying to fit it in between a colored shirt. But the metal on it is gunmetal. Oh wait, it does have a little extender. I just had it up under my finger. It's 3 inches, gunmetal colored. And the drop on it is, it's a really bright pink. It's not like hot pink. It's just like a really juicy watermelon color. Maybe about the color of a watermelon flavored Jolly Rancher. It's about that color. But with this gorgeous AB on it. The color on the screen, at least on my side, is very true. The shortest layer is 8 inches, the longest is 10. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. So that was 10 before. And we'll do it for 8. Pulling the cap off the Sharpie, it was on there really tight and I had to do it like that. If anybody watches, I cannot remember her name right now, I haven't seen her videos in a while, but she does the Neon Girls. If anybody knows who the Neon Girls are, you know who I'm talking about. When she gets ready to spray the Aquanet, she does that. What did I say on that number? 8 or $8. Yeah, $8. And those beads are glass on that. It has a really nice weight to it. Robin, she is hilarious. She is hilarious. I love my favorite, like Donna, the the hairstylist. She's the one that does the Aquanet. But my favorite is the waitresses. All the drama between the waitresses. That's my favorite part of those. That is a really, really good price. I was really surprised it didn't go for 10 actually, because uh, I thought it was I thought I was underselling it for 10. And I thought people were going to jump on it, but nobody did. Oh, okay, you got it, Robin. And you got a steal. Like, gorgeous necklace. Whenever I'm putting your name, Robin, on something, I always have to write your full first and last, because I have like 3 different Robin M's. So I always have to write your full last name. Oh yeah, yeah, you must have missed that one. It was at the beginning of the month. So here's another one. This one matches my shirt too. This one is from oh, okay, viewer Stephanie. She sent me some friend mail a while back. This was a piece that needed repairing, and I repaired it and actually showed it in that first June 2nd or 3rd, one of the first videos of the month. So I repaired it, and it's just these pretty, like, just fun. It's just fun. It's like pink gumballs. There we are. I'm choking myself with it instead of doing it. There we go, like that. And it's not fully 2 layers. It just splits right here at the bottom with these larger, I'm just going to call them gumballs, and then the smaller ones right here on this shorter layer. The length on it is 9 inches, and the longer layer is 11 inches in Chain Silver Tone, and it's in great shape. There we are. And I offered that up for $4, so we can keep that at $4. I put some work in. I feel like I'm ready to spray some Aquanet when I do that. What number were we on? 22. My memory is too short when I can't remember what a number I just wrote down a few minutes ago. So I don't know why I keep holding these up to the screen either, because they're backwards to you anyway, and you're about to see it when I type it into the comments. Okay. Oops. I didn't put the price. There we go. Our HVAC guy is going to come at 3 o'clock. It's almost 2 o'clock here, so I've probably got about 20 more minutes, and then I'll need to go. This is a Chico's necklace. Here's the Chico's hang tag right here. There it is. And this is a nice piece of shell. And this is a glass bead right here. I really like that. Sort of, is that foiled on the inside? Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't think it's foiled. I think it just has some kind of metallic coating on the drill hole in between. And then you have these silver tone spacers and acrylic. Yeah, I think acrylic in between there, and then you have the glass, the big glass bead right here. But there it is. Hey, Clarissa. Is Bobo with you? Here's how that looks on. Let's see, it's about a 4-inch extender. Nice, generous extender on that. And drop of 8 inches. The pendant is about 3 inches. Well, and it's about 2.5 inches across. And there we go. The first time we showed this one, oh gosh, it was already a deal. The first time we showed this one, it was at 7. So we'll just make it 6. And number 23. Everybody remember, there's a whole bunch still available. So go back and watch the video. I think it's just because I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. YouTube will like do some kind of moderation before they allow this video to go up and be like in my channel, like in my library of videos you can watch. But keep an eye out, because these pieces that don't sell here will still be available, and you'll still get to shop them from video as soon as YouTube, puts it back out there. But this one is number 23. I'm not going to worry about what number it is. Angie, I'm on, I do PayPal, and just wait until I send you, I'll send you an invoice or a request for that. Okay, next we have some Kendra Scott earrings, another that I was surprised didn't go. I think these were in a Gigi's Gems box. These are Kate Spade. No, Kendra Scott, sorry. Little earrings. And these go for around $16 on eBay. They have recent solds on eBay for about $16. They're really pretty. These little things feel like silicone, the little rainbow colored things. And then you have these gold tone spacers with little pyramid shaped things on them. And it's, I don't know, right at an inch, maybe just a touch over an inch across. I got tongue tied. And I did know the design of these, but I don't remember the name of that design now. But here comes Earlene. And this happens to be Right Earlene. And then there we go. So those are nice and colorful and pretty. Okay, thank you for joining us, Robin. We'll see you later. Okay, so these Kendra Scott, they were $8. I'm going to keep those at $8 just because they sell on eBay for like twice that. So we're going to keep that at $8. Yeah, they are really, really cute. Let's see, we're on number 24. They were 44 before, so I'm gonna see if I can change one of those 4s to a 2 for number 24. Okay, and then now, when I made those little Millefiori glass earrings and bracelet, those all got bought except for one pair of earrings, or no, 2 pairs of earrings. The bracelet got bought and all the other earrings got bought. So we have one pair like this. They're just different rainbow colors. They're showing a little stripy side, but then they have a little florally looking side too. And these are really, really small teardrop shaped beads. And here comes Earlene again. And this is right Earlene again. That's how those look. Let's see. There we go. And those are $5. And those are handmade by me. Let's see, number 25. And they're on new silver tone wires. And they have little caps right here at the top. Jerry, are you still with us? Or were you saying bye to Robin, or were you saying bye to the rest of us? And then also, I'm going to go ahead and put this one in here. Okay, I'm glad you're still with us. Okay, and then these are handmade by me also. These are just tiny little glass bead drop hoops, I guess, or teardrop hoopy things. And then kidney wires for those. Let's pop it on Earlene. Right, Earlene is still on the table, so we'll just use her. And there. That's how those look on. I ordered those little glass beads off of somebody on Etsy. And they were a lot more tiny when I got them. They looked a lot more tiny when I got them than they did in the listing. And that wasn't the person who listed them. That was just me. I didn't look close enough at it. But I was really actually kind of glad that they were that small, because I had to kind of stretch my creative ideas and do something different than what I had planned on. Oh, just a bunch of thunder just now. So these are number 26 for $6. Angie, you were asking about bracelets. If there's a certain kind of bracelet you want to see, put that in the comments and I'll see if I have something that matches what you want to see. So I have some more clearance I can do right now, but I do have a blue box that I got last week that I had planned on filming a video for, but I ended up having an appointment Monday morning and an appointment yesterday, and those ended up taking most of the day. So I didn't get to film anything for today, and what I would have filmed would have been this blue box. So I can either keep doing some more clearance from June, or I can pull over that blue box and for about the next 15 minutes show either clearance stuff or blue box stuff. What does everybody think? What would you rather see? I'm so excited y'all are here. I'm kind of a dork about it, but this is fun. Okay, we got 1 vote for clearance, 1 vote for blue box. The next vote will break the tie. Okay, blue box it is. So clearance, who asked for clearance? Jerry. We'll be doing some more clearance. I like this so much. Maybe I'll do some clearance like next week. Maybe try to film a video for, because I usually do my videos on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So film one maybe for Tuesday and then do a live clearance on Wednesday maybe. So we will still do clearance. We had votes. Well, now we have 2 votes for clearance from Jerry and Angie. Stay tuned. Next week, I'll do clearance. Would you rather see a video or would you rather see it live? So here's my, I'll let you hear that. Here's my blue box I got last week. It was rattly. When they're rattly like that, I get really nervous. So a while back, I've mentioned this before on my channel, that what is that channel? Sherry, her name is Sherry, but it's not Single Mom Review Sherry. It's Blessed Bauble Sherry. Once, and this was a really, really long time ago, she got a blue box that was like nothing but a bunch of loose beads. Like she opened it and beads were just everywhere. So I always think about that when I hear a rattly blue box. So here we are. I'm just pulling stuff out. Like here it is. It's different than camera down. So this was near the top, so I'm going to see what it is. It's not stone. It's acrylic. I've got a vote for live and a vote for video and another vote for clearance. So I think I'll do 1 video next week and 1 live next week. And one of those will be clearance and 1 will be maybe the rest of this blue box or the blue box that's coming up. If you remember from earlier, FedEx might come during this video, and they're not going to make it during this video unless they're here in the next, maybe 15 minutes. Okay, so here this is. It looks like turquoise or a dyed howlite, but it's actually, is that chipped? It looks chipped in the screen, but it's not. It's just little, just lighter colored places. So it's not, there's not like a paint chipping off or anything like that. But it is knotted. And each one of these is about, I don't know, about 1.25 inches long and about 1 inch wide. And it's just over the neck or over the head. And it's like that. So that's really cool. And I didn't bring my bigger bags over here. Let's see, I have a little tag here. There's something else written on it. I can just write the price for this on it. So this is 17 inches long. And it's number around 27 now. And we'll just do it for just for $2. It's an acrylic necklace, really simple. The color looks very true. From what you see on screen, it looks the same, or on my screen it looks the same in person as it does on the screen. So let's see if I can get this tag to go on there. Okay. Well, it's just not wanting to go. It's just a simple little string tag. I'm trying to get it to go in there because the necklace is too big to fit in my bag. There we go. Okay. So, if something catches your eye that you want me to try to pull out next, just put it in the comments. Let's see what this is. That's not what I was going for, but we'll go for it anyway. I saw something orange in there that I was trying to get. Actually, what I was trying to get that was orange is actually attached to this necklace. So I did get what I was going for. But it's in the middle of the table. Okay. Colorful beaded necklace. These are shell and acrylic, it feels like, and metal. Okay, and you hear my son. If you can hear that voice in the background, that's my son talking to my husband, letting him know that he's headed out to drop off a job application. So this needs a cleaning, so it'll get that. But there it is, sort of, you know, boho looking, all the colors, gypsy looking. See, is that glass? No, that's acrylic. So all mostly acrylic and shell and metal. Now these little filigree beads right here, these little discs. And it's really long. It's 18 inches long. And we'll just do that for $1. And that's number 28. Okay. I am so excited that you guys are still hanging out. Okay, here's a bracelet. Really interesting gold tone bracelet. And I don't know which way is the front. I guess you can wear it however you want. I guess that's probably not the front. Probably goes this way. Looks really neat, actually. It looks pretty new. I don't see any wear on it. No tone loss. No scratching. Okay, Hannah. So what are you listing or are you creating? Okay, something in here has a note in it. So maybe we'll look at that next. And we'll do this one for $2, and that's 29. I'm usually the other way around. I should be listing stuff, but I get creating. Okay, we're gonna see what has a note in it. It's something with rhinestones. It says bracelet with rhinestones from the 1950s, and it needs catch repair. which some people, as you probably know, will call a clasp a catch. Okay, well, not just repair, like half of the clasp is just missing. So it's this kind of clasp, and the little box that it slides into is missing. But it was pretty in its prime, because it probably was something like this. But I really don't think it was a bracelet, because even without the clasp, it's already pretty loose. Even without the clasp, it's like this loose already. So with a little bit more added to it, I think maybe this is actually a section of a necklace. So this is just going to go into the craft collection that we'll be making craft lots with. Okay. Again, put in the chat if there's something you see in here you want me to pull out. Otherwise, I'm just going to pull out stuff as I see it. We're going to see what this big thing is right here that's causing all kinds of havoc. Oh my goodness, there are like 537,000 of these, but they're just this big. I think they're napkin rings maybe, but there are a bazillion of these. So those are definitely going to go into the craft lot. Well, I'm just going to put them in there loose for now. That'll be easier. And I'm going to keep coming across those as we go. Okay. All right, we have a hot pink sea bead necklace. See, it's got an earring caught up in it. Okay. We'll have to see if we can get this untwisted. Okay, this needs to go into the craft lot too, because even though it gets untwisted, it's kind of all over the place. Yeah, that's really gangly, so we're just going to put that in the lot. This chain, I think, is going to also go in the lot. Yeah, it's pretty badly worn. So let's keep going. Here's a little bracelet that has a bottle of some kind on it, or a lipstick. That's a lipstick. That's what that is. So you have lipstick charm, a cat charm, a peace sign, an L, and what else? This little gemstone right here. Is that everything? Oh, and a little girl or a lady right there. It's a little simple charm bracelet. It's 6 1/4, but it has an extender that's about 2 inches long. So we're just going to build up a little lot. This will go in our lot. When I did a bead lot last time and just kept chucking stuff in that actually was pretty popular in my last video. So this is going to be a little lot. I'll price it at the end. I was about to go ahead and put a price on it, but we'll wait and see what all gets in it, and then we'll put a price at the end. But the little bracelet is going to go in that little collection. Okay. These are going to go in there too. These are little fans. They're really cute. They have a little Asian sort of appeal to them. I like that little cutout design with the, looks like maybe clouds and earth and a little fan. But these are really, really lightweight. They're like from Claire's, I think. So I'm just going to put those into the little lot, and we will keep going. Yeah, it does. Oh no, those, I don't think they're little girls' bracelets. They're, I mean, these are tiny. Maybe they could be for little girls. Let's see. 2 inches across. That's so much under. I hope FedEx comes before the bottom falls out. I really don't want to walk out there to get a box in the rain. Size, well, close to 6. Really? Well, if I just like drop it and don't push it down at all. Yeah, it goes down to a 6. So I don't know, maybe little girls' bracelets. I was thinking napkin rings. But there's enough of them for a lot of napkins or a lot of little girls because, like, what did I say? 537,000? A lot. There's a lot of them. So, see, I just dropped something. So, anybody that wants to see something in particular, just speak up. We'll see what this is. Okay, I see some chain that I really want to use. I'll get to that later. Let's see what this is. Okay, so this is like this kind of clasp. That's a really neat necklace, actually. Let me see if that has any, I don't think it's going to have any marks on it. No, no marks. So it's just a little gold tone. One of these kind of necklaces. I don't know what you call that kind of closure, but like that. So it'd be easy to hang a pendant on that, especially because you don't have to account for a wider, like a lobster clasp or something like that. As long as your pendant bail can fit, you know, over that tube, you can put whatever you want on here. So that's really cool. Now, if you need to put these in a smaller space, like when you have one at home and you're storing it, or when you're trying to sell them and you need to fit it into a skinny bag, just wrap it or coil it around and then clasp it. And that's how you can store it without it getting kinked up. But then, you know, it also won't just like pop open. You know, you'll have to unclasp it to get it undone, but it won't get kinked by, you know, squishing it down. So we're on 30 now. The reason I don't have to keep it at 30 anymore is for a couple of reasons. I wanted to keep it always at 30 so I could fit everything on the front of one piece of paper, because that's how I catalog everything. Oh, by the way, we'll just do that for $2. So what was I saying? Oh, so that's how many could fit on the front of a piece of paper. And then also I had to, my editing app did not like any of my videos being over 90 minutes, and it made it really hard to edit and upload if they were over 90 minutes. So 30 items could keep it on the front of a piece of paper, and it could keep my video reasonably close to 90 minutes long. So, and then actually it started getting to where even 90 minutes, it was giving me trouble, and the time was just getting shorter and shorter. So I got a phone with more memory, and then problem solved. So nobody told me that, I just figured that out. when I got a new phone with more memory, and then suddenly the problem was gone. So that's how I knew that's what the problem was. It'd be nice if I had known that problem ahead of time. I could have solved it sooner. So, ooh, here's something. That looks neat. Okay, this has some substance to it. It's not super heavy. It's a BG Max Azria. A matte gold tone with, I'm guessing, a faux leather. I don't know if that's a faux leather or genuine leather. It's a faux leather. I'm pretty certain it's a faux leather. Little inserts on the front, croc embossed, and that's black. I don't know if you can tell on screen, but it just got really dark outside. And it shouldn't be really dark yet. So here's how that looks. That's a really dramatic necklace. There we go, that's how it goes. So wow, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I did, I had to, because my other one was not, it was just dying. And you know what a pain it is when your phone starts to die. Like, it won't hold a charge for very long. It takes forever to charge, but then it runs out of charge in 30 minutes. So this needs a bath. I won't put it in the ultrasonic because of this this faux leather. I don't want to make it detach or anything, but the metal actually needs cleaning. So I'm gonna hand clean that. But this one's really nice. It's really, it is heavy. It's not super heavy, but it has some heft to it. Oh, there it is. I lost my marker for a minute. So this is number 31. And we're gonna do that one for $5. So I recommend, if you ever need to get a phone, but you don't want to pay new phone prices. I am not sponsored, by the way. No one is coming knocking on my door yet, asking to be a part of the Misty at Skeeter Jones channel. But if they want to, I would gladly sponsor this company, or be sponsored by this company, however that works. But Back Market is the place to go. And it's one word, Back Market, but it's one word altogether. They refurbish, or they don't refurbish, but they're kind of a platform for companies that do refurbish phones. And they're like new. They cosmetically, some of them might have dings and scratches. There are different levels. You can get it to where it looks like a brand new phone, or you can get one that, what they call Stallone, which looks like it's, been through a few fights, but the insides are just like a new phone. So if you don't care how it looks on the outside, then, you can get a better deal that way. But I've gotten all of my phones from them for, I don't know, at least the last 6 or 8 years. And all my whole family buys our phones from them, and I've never been disappointed. So that's a little free shout out to them. And yeah, I'll endorse them if they if they want to be a part of the channel. So this is, that's right. Do y'all wish I would gab less and show more jewelry? I can take the criticism, and I want the criticism, actually. So if you think I talk too much, let me know. Put that in the comments. So this one is $5. So FedEx did not make it here before the rain. Nope, and I misspelled necklace, but you know what I meant. Hopefully you know what I meant. Are you hollering no about the rain? Yeah. The good news is, if it's raining hard enough, the dogs are such babies that they won't go out in the rain. We have a porch. They'll stay under the front porch. So let's see, here's an earring. We'll see if it gets a match. Let's see, here's chain. Okay, this is a chainmail necklace, and it can get a bath, and it needs a bath. It's a little either wear or dirt. Judging from where it is right here near the back, it could be either one. That's where the most dirt would get on it, and that's also where the most wear would happen. So there it is. Let's see. Okay, the way it's designed, I don't know if you can tell, but sort of this little diamond shape becomes apparent right here. But wow, that's kind of a bold, statement-y kind of necklace. You like listening to me gab? I can get particularly gabby. Okay, but at least I have self-awareness. Sometimes. Did anybody want the other one? No, okay. So this one's number 32. And it's a little dirty, but it's gonna get a bath. Gosh, I don't know. We'll do that for $4. Thank you, Beth. Gold tone chainmail necklace. Oh yeah, Hannah, check them out. From what I have heard, they're not the only company, and I'm sure they're not the only company that does it, but they're the first one that I ever used, and the customer service is outstanding and have never been disappointed by anything I've ever received. They always include a brand new fast charger with every phone you get, and they don't do just phones. They also do laptops and everything. So yeah, I definitely recommend them, and let your husband know for sure. So let's see, well, hair barrette. We'll put that in our little lot right here. Okay, what is this? A pendant. Okay, I thought it was an earring. That looks like it has fur in it. No, it doesn't. So this is a little glass. Is that glass or is that acrylic? Sometimes it's hard to tell. It's acrylic. Well, faceted acrylic thing over, faceted glass thing over this leopard spotted, or either the leopard spots are in the glass, and then it's set in gold tone, and you have this nice hefty gold tone bail on it. I don't see a brand on it anywhere. It's nice. It has some weight to it. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of Chico's. I don't think it is Chico's. I doubt that it's Chico's, but it reminds me of a Chico's element. It's you know what? This would look good with this. It would. And the gold tones are close to the same. Yeah, that would look really good together. Okay. So here it is. It's about an inch across, and the bail is about a ½ inch, just over a ½ inch long. And that's it. So this one's number 33. And we'll do that for $3. $33 for 3. That was my text. Let me check that out. was also my general notification alert. Okay. No emergencies. Okay. Okay, here's some more of these little things. Like I told you, there were a lot of them. Tons and tons. Okay, here's some that are tangled up in something. So here's these two. We're gonna put those over there, and then we have some tangled up with something right here. Okay, so those are gonna go over there too. Maybe those are little girl bracelets. This is, oh gosh. Maybe they just go together like that with a chain, but I think these are like to hold a sweater, like instead of clips, but it's pins. Somebody was talking recently on their channel about these. They have the little, these kind of pin backs on them. But they were for something in particular. Oh gosh, I can't remember. So these are not marked. I don't see any kind of marks or identifying stamps on them at all. But it's two little identical flowers like this. A flower and a butterfly. And, oh no, they're not identical. Okay. So you have one butterfly and then a flower and another butterfly. So maybe they're just, really you can wear it any way you want. Of course, there's no laws about it. But right here with all these busy flowers on my shirt, you can't really tell. So I'll hold it next to my hair. Maybe it'll show better that way. But like that. Maybe you can wear them on your shirt or your blouse like this, since it's two different things that go together. It's a butterfly and then the flower and the smaller butterfly. Or to hold like the neck of your cardigan together, you could do it that way. So I'm not really for sure exactly what that is. But lots of different things you can do with it. So number 34. And we'll just do that for $2. Okay. I've got all kinds of Sharpie all over my fingers now. But that's okay. Okay, Jerry, you got that. It'll take me a while to get to invoicing on these, but I will, and these will be able to go out in everybody's June packages that are going to go at the end of the week. Okay, we're going to show one more piece, and then the HVAC guy is going to be here in about 20 minutes. So I don't want to be still doing this when he gets here. So we'll show one more piece, and then we'll wrap everything up, and we'll do some more live stuff next week. But let's see. Look at this, a whole clump of them all together. I want to find something really good to close out with. So give me a second to look through here and find something really cool. More of these. Okay, here's some. Oh, that's broken. Okay, here's some glass beads. These are really pretty. Okay, we'll do these. Okay, it looks like a bracelet. Okay, I just got a notification for a video from a channel called Well I Never. If you like true crime, I love that channel. He has this like old British accent, and he dresses like a British grandpa, which he probably is. And he talks about these old historic true crime stories. And it's like sitting down and listening to a grandpa tell a story. So it's really cool. So look up Well I Never, that's the name of the channel. But anyway, back to these little glass beads. They're, I don't know what you call this kind. They have a little bit of dirt on the outside of them. You can clean that up. But they're just swirled. Little blue and white. The white is sort of the color of milk glass. Just a little more opaque than milk glass. And then this translucent blue. They're swirled together. And then you have these little faceted blue beads and silver tone chain. And that's either an anklet or a bracelet. But I guess depending on where you clasp it, it could be either. It's big enough to be either, because you could clasp it here, you know, and it's a bracelet. But then if you clasp it all the way out here, I think that's at least 9. And I think to be, to fall under the anklet umbrella, it needs to be a 9. And this is about a 9.5 at its longest. At its smallest, let me measure that for you. And I showed it to you on, but let me give you the measurement. It's about a 6 1/4. So that's really pretty. Yes, more lives. I've got bit by the bug really last week doing the premiere, being in the live chat, and so I sort of fell into doing the live today. I was kind of nervous about it really, and what really made me decide was that I didn't have anything prepared because of the appointments yesterday and the day before. But so yeah, the blue glass bracelet / anklet. We'll do that for 4. And that's number 34. I said this would be the last one, but I like leaving on a rounded off number. Okay, Beth, it's yours. Okay, just so it'll be 35. I promise that's where I'm going to stop. And then we'll wrap everything up. So, more. I told you there were a lot of them. Gosh. So many. I see some tiny little stud earrings rolling around in the bottom, but we won't get to those today. Sometimes the tiny little stud earrings end up being nice things. So we'll see. This is from Express. And if it doesn't sell here, it will become craft supplies for me. But as I said before, don't not buy something you want just because you're afraid of depriving me of craft supplies. There's no way anybody could. You could buy everything in this box and I would not be deprived of craft supplies. Anyway, I digress. So you have this wide curve link, and then this smaller one here, and they're looped together. So you're sort of an asymmetrical look to it. And I'm having trouble finding the end of the thing. So that looks kind of neat. So it looks like that. Asymmetrical is not generally like my favorite look. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just not my thing. I like it to be symmetrical. Except sometimes. I generally like that. Sometimes, depending on the design, I like it to be asymmetrical. But there it is, and it needs a bath, and it will definitely get one. But the Express Gold Tone Simple Chain, that will round us out at number 35. And we'll just do it for $3. So there we are, and here's our little bag we're collecting to make a whole little lot, and we'll just put it in the box and add to it as I finish the box. So I guess my video next week will have, I guess, this box in it, and maybe some more clearance things, and then we'll do some more clearance live on Thursday. Yeah, because I do videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then not Tuesdays and Thursdays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then on Thursdays, I try to do something a little bit extra if I can, like a craft with me or a project or something like that. So, but on Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe we'll do the rest of this box and some more clearance on Tuesday in a video. And then I'll come up with something good for a live on Wednesday, and we'll see how all of that goes. So thank you so much for joining me. I am so happy that everybody carved out. This is a pretty big chunk of time, and I know you have other things you can do, other things you probably need to do, but you chose to spend some of your time with me, and I very much appreciate it. So please give me a thumbs up on your way out if you haven't already. If you're watching but haven't subscribed, I would appreciate having you along. And that's it. Share it out once it becomes part of my library. Share this out with somebody else that you think might also get a kick out of it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.